everybody, this is Dr. Selfridge. This is a lesson on how to play Seven Nation Army on the flute. This is one of our beginner band tunes, which you can get at drselfridgemusic.com. We have the link down below. And this is a really fun song to play. You only need to know 6 notes. The first thing we're going to do is go over the notes that you need to know for this song. So if you already know how to play all the notes in this song, you can skip ahead to playing the first phrase. But I'm going to take you through all the notes one by one right now. The first note is a D. It's on the 4th line of the staff. We always count our lines from the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4th line. That's a D. So we play a D with almost all of our home keys pressed down. You have your left hand thumb. On your left hand up here, we don't press down our first finger. We press down second finger, third finger. And then on your right hand, 1, 2, 3, no pinky. That is the note D. The next different note that we have is up here on the top line. That's an F. Okay? We play F with our thumb on the back, 1, 2, 3 on your top hand, and then just your first finger on your right hand and your pinky. And this is F. The next new note that we need to know is right here. That's a C. It's in the 3rd space from the bottom. 1, 2, 3. 3rd space. We play a C. We play a C with just our top hand, your left hand index finger on the home key, and then the only other key we're pressing down is our right hand pinky. So this is a bit of a tricky note to balance the flute with. We've talked about this in some of our other tutorials. So this is C. The next note we need to review is right here. It's a B flat. It's on the 3rd line from the bottom. Line 1, line 2, line 3. It's B flat. We press down our thumb on the left hand, our index finger on the left hand, and then your index finger on the right hand and your right hand pinky. And that's our note B flat. The final note we need is right here. It's 1 step lower than B flat. It's on the 2nd space. Space 1, space 2. That is the note A. So for A, we press down our thumb on the back. We press down 1, 2 on your left hand, and no fingers pressed down on your right hand except for our pinky right here. So this is A. So that's a review of all the notes that you need for this song. Let's look at the sheet music for the first 2 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. This first note, D, is a quarter note with a dot next to it. And maybe you know what a dot means next to a note. It means the note is extended by exactly half of its value. So this quarter note, which is 1 beat with the dot next to it, extends an extra 1/8 note or half a beat. So this note's going to hold over into your 2nd foot tap for beat 2. Then we have this 1/8 note D. And then we have F, D, C in a quarter note triplet. So a triplet is when we take the space that normally would be split into 2 notes, and we make space for 3 notes, okay? So in the space where we normally would have 2 tas, 3, 4, we have triplet. We fit 3 notes in there, okay? Now, let's try to play these 2 measures, and you play along at home. We're going to be using our metronome set to 80 beats per minute. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's take a look at the next 2 measures. And the first thing I'm going to do is play them for you so you can hear how it should sound. 1, 2, 3, 4. So the really cool thing about these next 2 measures is they're almost the exact same thing that we played in the first 2 measures. And you might have already noticed the spot that is different. In measure 3, which is the beginning of this phrase, we have the same notes that we had in measure 1. We have a quarter note, dotted quarter note on D, 1/8 note on D, and then we have this quarter note triplet, F, D, C. Now here's the spot that's different, which you might have already spotted. We have, instead of a B flat half note that we had in measure 2, we now have a quarter note triplet, another quarter note triplet, that goes B flat, C, B flat. Now, why did I call this note right here B flat? Because you might know that our rule in music for flats, sharps, and naturals is that they stay in effect for the full measure. So this B right here had a flat on it. That means when we get to this B in the same measure, the flat still applies, okay? check out what this sounds like here in measure 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I think we're ready to try this phrase together. I'm going to put our metronome back on. This is 80 beats per minute, and try to play this phrase together with me. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now we've learned the first phrase, measures 1 and 2, the second phrase, measures 3 and 4, and when we look at the next line, I wonder if you might have already noticed that the next 4 measures are an exact repeat of what we just learned in measures 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's pretty cool. Let's try playing the next 4 measures of the song. It's the rest of the song. We're going to put our metronome on at 80, and we're going to play it straight through 4 measures because we already practiced these notes in the previous 4 measures. So here we go. This is measures 5, 6, 7, 8 with our metronome at 80 BPM. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that's it. That's the whole song. What we're going to do right now is use our play along track, which you can get at the link down below. It's at our website, Dr. Selfridge Music. The tempo we're going to play is a little bit faster than what we've been practicing. So if you're having trouble keeping up with my tempo, that's totally fine. Just practice it at your own slower tempo, and eventually you'll get better and better and be able to keep up with this faster tempo. So let's do a full run through of Seven Nation Army on the flute. Here we go. As always, if you're having any problems with any part of this song, slow down the tempo and practice it slowly and steady until you feel like your fingers can do exactly what you want them to do. Just be patient with yourself. All it takes is practice and repetition. If your flute doesn't sound right or your notes don't sound quite right, use our flute checklist to check each of these items and see if one of these might be the reason that your notes aren't coming out correctly. Hope you enjoyed this lesson, everybody. Please subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now go practice.